Hey guys, it's Kevin, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Nes Powerpak. So first off, let's discuss what this thing is. This basically allows you to run ROMs on your NES. If you don't know what NES is, this is an NES. It was one of the most popular consoles in the early 90s, etc., etc. It was one of the best-selling consoles until the Wii came along. So that's basically an NES. I don't know, I grew up with an NES, so I really liked it. I don't know if a lot of the viewers here probably never even seen NES in their life, but who knows. So this is the Powerpak. It retails for $135 and does not include these two things. I'll go over that in a second. So for $135, you get the NES Powerpak and the sleeve. For an extra $15, you can get a 2 GB compact flash memory stick. This is what the Powerpak runs on. You can get a 4 GB for 22, and the 2 GB is 17. And this is a Dane Elec memory card. I removed the sticker because I don't like Dane Elec for some reason. So for extra $7, you can get a USB memory card reader. As you can see, it reads a lot of memory cards. This is actually very useful. So let's compare this to a regular NES card. So this is one of the most well-known cards available. It basically shipped with the NES. This is Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. As you can see here, there's an official Nintendo seal of quality. On this one, because it isn't officially licensed by Nintendo, it has a official seal of quality with the animal seal. Very, very clever. This is part of a programmable series. The NES Black Box games, they all have like a different series, like arcade series, etc., etc. So on the bottom is a 72 pin, basically. Same thing probably on this. One of the major flaws with the NES is that when you insert games in it a lot, it wears out the 72 pin, and it's unable to read games. So yeah, so this could be very useful for those people who have a lot of games and are tired of sticking like every single game in and slowly wearing out the 72 pin. This, you can probably just leave it in your NES and you're good to go. So this is in a clear red case, which is very unique. You can see the inside, the solder points. So the official Nintendo games have this chip inside of them that allow them to run on the NES, and it's like the lockout chips to prevent other companies from just massively producing games. So inside the Powerpak is like a little chip that prevents the NES lockout chip from like stopping this thing. So that's pretty cool. And yeah. So on the top, this is the little mechanism for the compact flash. Basically stick it in. I don't know which way it goes. Hard to say. And then this thing, you just push it down and it's basically flush with the top. To take it out, you just flip this back up and you push down and out pops the compact flash. So on the back there's 3 screw holes, and on this one there's also 3. So that's pretty much the same. They're exact same size, so you don't have to worry about it not fitting your NES. So yeah, I'm gonna go over what it looks like when you put it in your NES. So I'm gonna have like a video capture thing going on. So yeah, just continue watching. Okay, so now I'm gonna show off the menu system and demo some games. So sorry for the crappy video. My video recording thing sucks. So here's the menu. You scroll up and down on the D-pad to go up and down. Left or right scrolls faster. As you can see, A, B, and select goes into a directory. And start at this splash screen launches the latest game that you just played. So yeah, let's try out Super Mario Brothers. So we can scroll to S. The NES is very weak, so it can't automatically alphabeticalize everything. So you're gonna have to create your own folders with letters to organize your games. You don't have to worry about running out of space because I have every single licensed game on this card and it has a ton of memory left. So let's start playing. This is the 3-in-1 Super Mario Brothers. I'll be comparing this with a legit version that I do own. So let's see how well it runs. So there doesn't seem to be any graphical glitches. The NES Powerpak works for about 90% of the games I play. Some of them don't work, some of them work but are glitchy. I'll go in further detail with these. So the frame rates are probably exact same as the original. So this is a perfect example of how like exact replica it is of the original. So I'm just going to finish this level and show you what the real version looks like so you can compare for yourself. So yeah, princess in another castle, blah blah blah. so forth. So yeah. So this is the original Super Mario Brothers. And if you're comparing them side by side, they're exactly the same thing. Except maybe there might be very, very subtle differences, but not that much. So some people might argue, why can't you just do this on the computer? Like, why wouldn't you just emulate instead of spending $135? It's just computer emulation is just different. It has a different feel. It just the graphics aren't the same. It's sort of like why audiophiles spend $1,000 just to buy headphones that can replicate what original song sounds like. This is more geared towards the collector slash avid fan than just the average consumer due to its price. It just lets you experience the original game, and it's just, yeah, that's basically about it. Because the NES has so many mappers, some of them aren't supported yet, like the one used in Castlevania 3, but this will be implemented sometime in the future, and if you try to load Castlevania 3, nothing happens. And some mappers are just never going to be supported. So yeah, this is what happens if a ROM is bad or the game isn't supported. So the next game I'm going to show you is called McKids, and a bunch of you know this game as the McDonald's game, basically. So this game is glitchy, as you can see, but it still works. So some of the games that the Power Pack runs is like this. It's either because, I can't figure it out, either because the Power Pack can't, it's like causing glitches, or is it because I have a bad ROM? But this does happen on a few games that I've noticed. So yeah, let's see. So as you can see, they're sitting in a tent, blah blah blah, around a McDonald's. And yeah, so it's really glitchy. I don't think those green triangle mountain things are supposed to be there. But as you can see, everything still functions correctly. They're not like obstacles, they're just graphical glitches. You can jump through them. It just makes things really confusing. In a way, it makes it unique, you know? That could be what some people want. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this level. And yeah. And high five. So the next game I'm going to show you is called D-Pad Hero 2. This is a homebrew game, meaning someone recently made it, and it's not licensed. So there have been a bunch of homebrew games on the scene, and this one's pretty interesting. It's basically a Guitar Hero, but 8-bit, which I find very, very cool. So you can play with 2 players, and there's difficulty settings, and you can unlock songs, but there aren't that many songs due to the limitations of the NES. And they do sound pretty nice, the 8-bit songs. So let me just play you one of the songs. So I'm really bad at this. I cut it off halfway because like I started dying. Sorry about the aspect ratio. Like there's a lot of buttons you can press. Select buttons, the option to press A, B. The skulls mean you don't press the skulls. You press the skull, you die. Sort of, a bit. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Kind of like the cell phone Guitar Heroes. So you know that the Power Pack works with the regular D-pad, but does it work with other accessories? So I'll be using the light gun and demoing it in Duck Hunt. I hate that dog so much. So as you can see, the light gun does work. I've tried other games with like the NEX Max, the Advantage. They all work. Turbo works excellent. I don't have the running pad thing, so I don't know if that works, but I'm pretty sure all accessories works. So if you're worried about that, you don't need to be. Just a few more seconds of me ponying those birds. I'm gonna start overkilling them soon. Yeah. Shot it 3 times. So some of the more advanced NES games incorporated a battery pack to save your game. So the problem was these batteries don't last that long, and by now most of the batteries are dead and don't hold a save. So the power pack allows you to save games onto these 8 kilobyte save files, which is pretty interesting because they'll be with you forever. So I'm going to be testing this on Legend of Zelda. As you can see, I already previously saved a file. This save thing won't work for games that don't support saving. So we'll just name this file test. We'll continue and register. So to save the game, all you have to do is press reset for 5 seconds. And when it pops up again, it should either ask you to choose a save file or autosave. And if you already selected a save file in the beginning, it will automatically save. So all you have to do is press start at the splash screen, and it should get you into the last game you just played with the save file intact. So we're going to start this game, and as you can see, test does show that the save works. So this is really interesting and clever. So I like the saving mechanism part. So yeah. Okay, so this is going to be my final thoughts on the Powerpak. So you have to imagine that one man created all of this. The cart itself, everything inside the cart, the menu system, saving mechanism, all the mappers, one man did all this. And he's probably spent a ton of money and spent a lot of his time. So this isn't made by like a huge retailer or whatever. This is pretty much a one-of-a-kind product. I don't see anyone else selling something like this. So that might explain why it's really expensive. So another point to make is that this is geared towards the collector slash prototype maker slash avid fan of NES games, not towards the average consumer who just says, oh, I just want to play some Super Mario Brothers because I remember it when I was a little kid. If you're one of those people, you should probably just go the emulation route or actually just buy the game itself. It's probably like $2 or $3 for the more popular games, such as Super Mario Brothers. But as you collect more and more games, you realize some of them are really expensive. Like stadium events, you probably never see one in your life unless you pay $13K or however much it goes for now. So yeah, this Powerpak also combats two problems I experienced on the NES. One of them being that the battery pack wears out and it can no longer hold a charge, which means it can no longer hold a save. The second problem is the 72-pin connector. It's been infamous to break down. It just doesn't read the games anymore because the contacts get like worn out. If you just leave your Powerpak in your NES, you will definitely prolong the life of your NES. So yeah, this is an amazing product. It's constantly getting updated by the developer himself. He's been updating the mappers and probably make some cool new stuff in the future. So check them out at retrousb.com. They also sell the Powerpak for the SNES, which is pretty awesome. They also have their Powerpak Lite, which is a lot cheaper, but I think can only hold one game. That'd be great for those developing a homebrew. One of the best homebrew games that I've seen so far is Battle Kids. You should probably just YouTube that. It looks pretty cool. Looks crazy. So yeah, thanks for watching this review. And yeah, this is my final thoughts. This is an amazing product.